Let's move on to next topic. What is cell? Cell is basic structural unit and functional unit of life, right? This definition you have studied in high school. But tell me, why cell is called basic structural unit and functional unit of life? Why these words structural unit and functional unit? Let us take an example. Look at this picture. Here you can see a picture of a wall. It is made up of many bricks. Now I can say that brick is basic structural unit of this wall. Next, come to this picture. This is a picture of an onion peel. You can see it is made up of many cells. Again, I can say that cell is basic structural unit of this onion peel. Like onion peel, all living organisms are made up of cells, many cells. So finally, we can say that cell is basic structural unit of life. Now come to this second part. Second part of the definition, functional unit of life. Why cell is called functional unit of life? What is the reason? Look at the picture here. This picture shows internal structure of cell. As you know, cell contains many organelles. अगर आप सेल को इनसाइड माइक्रोस्कोप देखते हैं तो यू कैन सी मेनी स्मॉल ऑर्गेनेल्स सच एज न्यूक्लियस, cytoplasm, mitochondria, ribosomes. In high school, you must have gone through all the names of these organelles and functions of these organelles. For example, nucleus is called as control center of the cell. Then mitochondria, it is called as powerhouse of cell because it makes ATP. Then ribosomes are there. Ribosomes are useful in building proteins. Then lysosomes helps in food digestion. There is a jelly-like material filled inside the cell. It is called as cytoplasm. It is jelly-like. What it does, it holds all these organelles in place, in right place. Okay. So there are many organelles inside the cells, and what do these organelles do? What is the role of these organelles? Actually, all these organelles, nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, all these organelles do specific functions allotted to them. Each organelle is doing one specific function. So inside the cells, there are many organelles and the organelles are doing various functions. That is why we can say that the cell is doing function. That is why the definition says that cell is functional unit of life. So finally, cell is basic structural and functional unit of life. Now, let us see various cell organelles present in animal cell and plant cell. First organelle, nucleus. You can see it is present in both animal cell and plant cell. Again, I will repeat, it is control center of cell. What it does, it contains genetic material DNA. So nucleus is a control center of cell and it contains genetic material DNA. Next organelle, cytoplasm. Again you can see it is present in both animal and plant cell. What it does? It holds all cell organelles in place. The role of cytoplasm is to hold all the cell organelles in proper place. Third organelle, cell membrane. Again you can see it is present in both animal cell and plant cell. So till now we have seen nucleus present both in animal and plant cell, cytoplasm present both in animal cell and plant cell, and cell membrane present both in animal cell and plant cell. What is this? This is boundary of the cell. Cell membrane is boundary of the cell. Next, mitochondria. Again you can see it here inside animal cell, and it is also present inside plant cell. Mitochondria is called as powerhouse of cell because it makes ATP. Next, this cell wall. You can see cell wall, it is present only in plant cell. Plant cell contains a rigid cell wall. It is a protective covering. Next, so cell wall is absent in animal cell. Next, chloroplast. Can you see many green colored bodies inside plant cell? These many green colored bodies, these are called as chloroplast, present only in plant cell. It is not present in animal cell. Chloroplast helps in photosynthesis. It helps to trap sunlight in photosynthesis process. Next, vacuole. You can see vacuole here in plant cell. Vacuole is also present inside animal cell, but difference is that vacuole is large in plant cell while it is very small in animal cell. Now you can easily point out 4 differences between animal and plant cell with respect to organelles present inside them. What are they? What are the differences? Very first difference, plant cell have cell wall, animal cells do not have cell wall. Second, plant cell have chloroplast, animal cells don't have chloroplast. Third difference, plant cells have large vacuole, animal cells have small vacuole. And fourth difference is, in plant cells, nucleus is eccentric. Due to presence of large vacuole, nucleus is eccentric, means at the corner, and in animal cell, nucleus is present in the center. So these are the 4 differences between animal cell and plant cell. These are very basic things. We are going to study all these things in further detail. Types of cells based on nucleus. There are 2 types of cells based on nucleus, eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell. Let us study eukaryotic cell first. Eukaryotic cell. Let us break this word first, eukaryotic. See, I split this word in 2 parts, eu and karyotic. Eu means true or normal. Karyotic refers to nucleus. So what does this word mean? Eukaryotic means true or normal nucleus. So it means eukaryotic cell has true or normal nucleus. Let us see the definition now. Cell having well-defined nucleus. DNA is protected by nuclear membrane. Cell having, this is nucleus, cell having well-defined nucleus, or you can say cell having true nucleus or cell having normal nucleus. So cell having well-defined nucleus is eukaryotic cell, and DNA is protected inside by nuclear membrane. This is nuclear membrane and DNA is inside the nucleus. What is DNA? DNA is our genetic material and it is protected inside the nuclear membrane. So you don't need to mug up definition of eukaryotic cell now, because you know meaning of this word eukaryotic. And how do you know meaning of this word? Yes, by splitting it and learning prefixes and suffixes. Example of eukaryotic cell are plant cell and animal cell. Plant cell and animal cell contains well defined nucleus. Come to second type, which is prokaryotic cell. Let us break this word first. I split this word in two parts, pro and karyotic. Pro means primitive or old or early, whereas karyotic means nucleus. You already know that. So word prokaryotic means primitive nucleus or old nucleus or early nucleus. Let us see the definition now. Cell not having well-defined nucleus, DNA is not protected by nuclear membrane. See this picture. Here there is no nuclear membrane, so that is why we can say it is pro or it is early or it is primitive nucleus without nuclear membrane. If there is no nuclear membrane, what about DNA? We have seen in earlier cell, eukaryotic cell, that DNA is inside nuclear membrane, protected inside nuclear membrane. But what about the DNA of prokaryotic cell? DNA is not protected by nuclear membrane. There is no nuclear membrane. That is why definition says cell not having well defined nucleus. DNA is just here without nuclear membrane, and this DNA is called as nucleoid. Example of prokaryotic cell is bacteria cell. Bacteria has got no well-defined nucleus, means no nuclear membrane. Now again, so you don't need to mug up definition of prokaryotic cell, because you already know the meaning of pro, you know the meaning of karyotic by splitting this word and learning prefixes and suffixes. Study cell structure in detail, you must be familiar with following four parts of cell. First, cell membrane. Second, cytoplasm. Third, what is this yellow structure, yellow part? Nucleus. And lastly, fourth, DNA. DNA, which is genetic material. Where is DNA located? DNA is inside nucleus. DNA is inside nucleus.